The funniest part is American citizens wouldn't even be talking to Chinese citizens if the U.S. government didn't try to ban TikTok because they claimed TikTok was going to push Chinese communist propaganda, right? And then a bunch of Americans went and joined an app specifically designed for Chinese citizens that was cleared by the Communist Party of China. And then suddenly we have cross-cultural exchange between American citizens and Chinese citizens. American citizens start to realize that Chinese people are people. That honestly, it feels good that some of y'all, I know you don't travel, but you're like, oh my God, look, they have groceries like us. That blew my mind. A lot of y'all were like, they have houses like that. It feels weird. I don't know what you thought they were doing in China. Feels weird. But the opposite side of that is the fact that the Chinese thought a lot of true things about us were actually communist propaganda from China. That is fucking, they thought their government was lying on us. Like, I've seen the comment sections where people would be like, yo, our government, the Chinese government said that y'all Americans have to pay for your own ambulances. Like, that's crazy. That's like a lie. They're like talking shit on capitalism, and legit Americans have to be like, no, for real, we have to pay for our own ambulances. Like, ambulances aren't free. And they're like, yo, what? Okay, but like that bullshit about your kids possibly needing like a bulletproof backpack, like that's crazy. And we're like,
What up, guys? How y'all doing? I'm probably recording this video at the time where maybe TikTok has already been banned or it hasn't. Today is actually the 17th, so by the time I get this out, we'll probably see what the situation is.
Donald Trump, if you could hear us, please save TikTok, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, please.
As we wait for that day to happen, a lot of people are being proactive and have decided to move over to this new Chinese app called RedNote. Let me not lie to you, it's something I didn't really expect. As much as we've been hearing a lot of propaganda talking about how the Chinese are spying on us, collecting our data from using TikTok, literally everyone now pretty much has volunteered the information by logging onto the new Chinese app and has made it the most downloaded app on the App Store as well, which is crazy. For some reason, Chinese app has opened the eyes to the American people. And Americans are actually seeing how well Chinese people are living. I'm surprised even Americans are surprised because y'all have YouTube, the internet, ChatGPT. You have all of this technology available to you and you still don't know what the type of lifestyle people live outside of America. There have been so many funny posts about how RedNote is saving American people. Bruh, oh my God. Who did this? China's here to save you. Someone said, hey, yo, I can't with RedNote. They're clowning over here. I have hiccups now. Who impregnated the Statue of Liberty? Ah, yeah. Look at him. Look at him with the side eye. He's like, Anyway, let's be serious.
So I went to check out the grocery hauls in Shaohongshu, and I am gonna report my findings.
Convert it into US dollars. That's $1.16.
Okay.
40 cents.
Okay.
78 cents.
Not bad, but
41
I don't know if I'm gonna be
cents.
cooking with that.
80 cents.
Okay.
90 cents.
Nice.
$1.35. 67 cents.
Heinz?
And the total is
Now, what's the total? What'd she say? $6.55 for all of that. Come to Canada, that would be $120 right there. Here's the thing, in comparison to the United States, everything is cheap. Maybe I wouldn't include Europe because Europe is really expensive. But honestly, if you check out any other place, South America, Southeast Asia, Africa, you choose any place around those areas, everything's cheap. In Canada, we already experienced the pinch, no lie. So Canada and the US, we're both in the same boat. I can't even cap. Apparently in America, just seemed to have never opened their eyes to what the reality was. Like, cost of living is a lot easier outside and people are able to live better lives. Oh my God.
Refugees, this is my home in China. I want to show you this apartment. In China, we don't need to pay real estate tax like I own this apartment. I don't need to pay every year for the tax.
So, okay. Homie doesn't pay property taxes, but yo, take a look on what the comment sections are saying over here. It's kind of hard to watch both, but check it out. People are saying how America is becoming a scam because other countries also don't have credit scores. Yeah, that doesn't exist in most places.
Like after I pay off my mortgage, I just live here. I don't need to pay every year the tax. So even though one day I don't work, I don't have income, I still able to live here till the day I die, basically. Okay, so that's why in China there's no homeless, and that is my sofa, my table, my bedroom, and sometimes
It's a big spot. I won't lie.
stay here, lie down on the ground to have some sun, and there is a river over there. It's all frozen. It's
I like how
winter.
you're giving us a
Someone's
tour.
skiing there, if you can see. Look. Yeah,
Not
someone's
bad.
skiing. All refrigerator. I live here by myself, so that's enough.
So basically, you can see how she's reacting and she can't even believe what she's seeing. Like someone owns a very big spot for themselves and doesn't have to worry about property taxes. And they're living quite fine for themselves, living by themselves in a high-rise apartment. And the space is huge. Let me not lie to you, an apartment like this at the top floor with this amount of room, easy, $4,000 per month rent.
This is a class war, and I will not be giving this fight up. We deserve sovereignty and real freedom. The government has been lying to us about China for decades. Now that we've all gotten on RedNote and we can see the lifestyle that all of the Chinese people have, a lot of us Americans are fucking pissed. The price of going out to eat, the price of groceries, public transportation. And the people on RedNote are so fucking flabbergasted that we have to work 2 jobs just to keep our roof over our head. US government, you fucked up big time, which is not a surprise because you do it constantly. Even if TikTok gets banned, I've seen enough. I have been woken up. I grew up fed propaganda that China is evil and that they treat their citizens like shit. I mean, I was raised by MAGA. It's the main reason why I feel so radicalized. American culture, American society is toxic, gross, poisonous. They poison our food. They jack the prices up of everything. We don't get healthcare. We don't get good public transportation, even though we're all on the same fucking continent. We destroy the planet for money, power, and control. Our government is funky as fuck on the left and on the right.
Bro, is it me? I'm just so perplexed, bro. As the largest power in the world, America, with the most amount of people with tech, with the most amount of people with knowledge and education, and an infrastructure that's really, in the past was really good. How are y'all not able to access the internet and then see how people live abroad? How is it possible that you guys don't even take flights to see it? You have access to TikTok that is exposing you to the lifestyle that is outside the world. Like, why does it have to take an app to be removed for everyone to figure out that? Honestly, I salute the passport bros, the passport sisters, anyone who's willing to get their passport and travel the world and see exactly what is out there. I salute you because you are actually getting outside of the whole system that is keeping you from seeing what the reality is.
The Chinese said that Americans are not free because the American TikTok refugees asked the Chinese, what stereotypes do you have about us? And I'm thinking they're going to say, like, we're fat and we like junk food. No. They said that we think that we are free, but we are not, that we live under an oligarchy.
Oh.
And that we essentially live in a corporation.
Pretty much.
And we're fat.
What is this app? To be honest with you, it's like y'all be complaining about the same thing and you'll be seeing a lot of the things happening right in front of you in the TV and don't even question it. I mean, bro, at what point is enough enough? We need to start making an app for Saudi Arabia, for South America, for Africa, and then let people just join it and then eventually cut it off because that will get everyone to start seeing what the life is like outside of America.
I'm moving to China. What the fuck? Somebody can pay $69 a month for water, electricity, internet, and their apartment?
No way. Not $69 for rent. Maybe, but you have to be living in a small shack. I don't know, 300 renminbi? You might be sleeping in one of those little cubicles where it just has like small cubicles with everyone else and then y'all share the shower together with like 50 other people. Maybe, I don't know, but that's crazy.
And it's a 2-bedroom with a living room, kitchen, 2 balconies, and a middle-sized
Not
washroom,
2 bedroom.
and the internet is 1 gig?
That's crazy.
That's like 1 month of rent. Sorry,
No.
1 day of rent in a 1-bedroom here in California.
What? You live in California, that's why. It's expensive.
I could work 1 day and cover all of my expenses. I could work one 12-hour day at $5. and cover rent for the fucking month and utilities. You gotta be kidding me. Why are we not revolting in America right now?
Listen, for the person who's watching that, listen. You're making American dollars and you're trying to compare them to renminbi. You have to look at it from the type of wage you'll be making out there if you're ever living that side. But you need to be able to make like US dollars, euros, Canadian dollars, Aussie, whatever strong currency you can find, and you're making money from that. If you live in any of these countries, you will be doing really well.
I'm moving to China. Fuck New York City.
New York.
I am moving to China tomorrow. So I go ahead and create my RedNote, right? And I'm thinking that this place is like North Korea. Like everybody's living in poverty, they're oppressed by their government. Oh my God, is all I have to say. The first thing I say, you guys really have to work more than one job just to survive and like have a home and food? What? Americans are showing their medical bills and the Chinese don't know what to do. They're like, what? They can't even believe it. They're like, ours is free. And when you go to the hospital, it's like $100, including treatment. And then people are showing their ambulance bills. Because our ambulances are thousands of dollars. Theirs is free. Free. And don't even get me started on the grocery hauls.
Wait, let's talk about the ambulance. I don't know if it's free. Because we'll check out another video, I'll show you exactly, but it's not as expensive as American medical system.
These people go in these grocery haul. Like, I've never even heard of that word here. Like, we're just like, eating crackers to survive here, to pay rent. Like, they're hauling groceries that like would be worth like $1,000 here, but for them, it's like nothing. And it's all healthy, high quality food. Hence why they're all skinny, gorgeous, and their skin is perfect. So, I just don't have words for this. And their trains look like they came out of the year 3000. It literally looks like out of a frickin' movie. And there's no homeless people.
Okay.
And they're immaculate. And, like, extremely high speed. Like New York City subway. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Their cars and phones are 10 times more technologically advanced than ours and affordable. And you know what's funny? We can't have them here. We're not allowed. They're banned.
Yeah, they are.
They're banned. And do not even look up Chinese kindergarten. Don't look it up. It'll make you so mad. I almost swan dove out my window when I saw Chinese kindergarten. Meanwhile, in our kindergarten, they can't even teach children, like, what's a boy and what's a girl. They're teaching kids that they can identify as animals.
Oh my God.
In our country.
Yeah.
So,
the downfall of the West.
I don't think we're the problem. I really just don't think that we're the problem anymore. Make a RedNote.
To be honest with you, I don't know about the homeless situation. Like I told you, homelessness is not like something that can be eliminated across the world. You literally have the same struggle everywhere. You'll have homeless people in Europe, you have homeless people in Australia, you have them everywhere. So I don't know about it being completely zero. They might have like a shelter home, or maybe some of them, they put them in further out parts of the city, like in the rural areas, they might put them there. However, the medical part, let's actually watch a video about that, because it's a very interesting part of it. Because I think medical is a lot cheaper. For sure, it's not compared to what Americans are paying. So let's see.
I get a lot of questions about how much I spend on prenatal care in Chinese public hospitals, so here's what I spent the last 6 months without medical insurance. I've seen an OB 3 times for $3 each visit, and one general practitioner for $1.
What?
I've had 2 transabdominal ultrasounds for $15 each, and 2 blood tests for pregnancy and HCG together cost $13. My NT ultrasound was $43, and I've had 1 intervaginal ultrasound for $67.
What?
消点2, I'm not sure what this is, but that only cost me $4. Prepayment for my 22 weeks abnormality ultrasound costs $60, and for opening a digital pregnancy file, which will allow my medical information to be accessed digitally no matter what hospital I go to, was $81. So in total, we spent about $308. While medical and maternity insurance is available to purchase in China, it's a bit intimidating, and honestly, I'm not sure how it works for non-citizens. Also, I don't have a job, which is where most foreigners receive their medical insurance. But so far, my husband and I don't feel the need for insurance, and we're so grateful that we've been faring well without it.
308. And she did all of that, how much would that cost in America? You all tell me. How much would it cost? I mean, in Canada, we have universal health, so I don't know. But if you don't have insurance and you go to a Canadian hospital, oh boy, that bill will hit you. So apparently this is opening up a lot of people's eyes to see like, hey, what are we getting in North America? What is it that our government is doing? People have been reacting to showing like the cities, the transportation, the infrastructure, the technology in China, like, and they're comparing it to what they have in America, and they're like, what's going on?
Just arrived to the craziest city on earth, and you probably have never even heard about it.
This is Chongqing, China, where they have petrol stations on top of roofs, trains that run through residential buildings, buses in the sky, elevators for cars, multi-story restaurants floating on the river, oh, and also the deepest subway in the world. It goes down 118 meters, which is roughly the height of a 39-story building, and it took me 15 minutes just to get to the bottom. But the craziest part?
We're still on the ground floor.
So, good luck finding your way around. Here, you think I'm on the ground floor, right? Wrong, because if you go to one side, you'll see you're on level 1. And if you go to the other side of the square, you're now on level 18.
Bruh, my hands are up. That's just one city in China. Who knows how many of them they have across their whole country? What's going on here? Someone has to answer these questions. What is going on here?
You really need to go and sign up for RedNote. Just go and peruse the site. It's mind-blowing. Like, the amount of money that they have to spend on groceries, for example, is peanuts compared to what we pay here in Canada, and I'm sure the same in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's like night and day. Their world there is so much better than the way they portray it. They're not a repressed people. They're intelligent. They're not what they try and tell us, that they are evil. China, 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 as Trump would say. Go have a look. Seriously, you're going to get a rude awakening about the truth and the propaganda that we've been hand-fed for years, that China's our enemy. They're not our enemy. Our enemy are the people who sit in those fancy chairs in Congress and Senates and politicians. The rich.
Took them a long time to realize this.
Mark Zuckerbergs of the world. The people who hand us BS. I have to say that I got an education in the last 24 hours. Just going through that site, watching various videos.
It's sad. At the beginning of 2025 is when people are realizing that there's more to what they're being told. You know, there's so much more that you can go and discover and find out. You can end up building something great for yourself out there. To be honest with you, that's why Elon Musk went and made a big gigafactory out there in China. Like, I'm sure he's out there, you know, championing what Trump is doing and then telling him, hey, listen, the competition is stiff from, you know, the Chinese section. But he also has a factory out there. Like, he's also taking advantage of the system. Like, come on, guys. Oh my God, it's taking us this long to realize this? Oh Lord, I wonder what 2026 would be, or 2027. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you're a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next. Take care. Peace.